We've been very kindly invited to do a brewery tour at the Lapin Panimo Brewery here in, oh no, I don't know how to say the name of the town. This place, this one, over here. Hi. I'm told to be here for 4 for like a brewery tour. Trevor?
Yeah, actors.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Is this your brewery?
It is.
It is?
Well, yeah, we co-founded with Auntie.
396 just subscribed
Sorry.
to Twitch Prime.
And the whole place is open right now?
It is open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm alone at the moment.
Okay.
Since it's a bit of off season, even though it's summer here, the main season still is when the tourism.
See, that was interesting to me because, yeah, in Canada, no one wants to be up north in the winter. Well, where I'm from, sorry, I'm from Canada.
Actually, I think it's changing. No, it's not a problem. I mean, but I think it's changing at some point because in Europe it's getting too hot.
Yeah.
So the people, and it's the same most likely in your like side of the people are trying to escape from the hot waves.
Yeah.
Meaning that somewhere where you can actually be.
Yeah.
For instance, in France, it's terrible because water in the river it's so dirty, so you can't swim, you can't cool off yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big problem. It's just an example. It's not like bad thing. I mean, that's as an example that you really need to think, and people are just trying to escape somewhere.
Yeah. And like the hottest day yet has been like 20 degrees here, so like yesterday.
Yeah, it is.
It was about 20 degrees, so compared to the rest of Europe getting like 35 to 40. My girlfriend was in France, and I think it was 37 yesterday. Yeah, that's rough.
Our brewmaster is in Mallorca at the moment. He also said it's really, really, really extremely hot there. So
yeah.
The only place you can be is inside or somewhere near water or so.
Because like this morning, I'm like, oh, it kind of sucks it's raining, but I'm like, I'm rather this than 35 degrees.
The change is always good. We had actually the biggest challenge for us was 2017.
Yeah.
During the summertime, there was 2 months no drop of the water outside, so it's it was hot.
Yeah.
It was so hot that even a couple of our beers didn't last. So inside it was the worst part. It was 55 degrees inside, meaning Celsius. That's like more than summer. So we came in, right, and you can't cool it down later in the evening. Nothing works because it's so hot outside. It was 30, 35 degrees inside. If we put the brew house on, it's like 55. It's just nonsense. I mean, beer should be in a cool place, not in the warm. But there was no really options for us.
Okay. So,
but rather.
Since then, it's been manageable.
I mean, the weather itself is like it's a matter of dressing. Up north. Colder it is, you put some layers on. If it's raining, you put the raincoat on. That's it.
Because I started this trip in Tromsø, and for the first almost 2 weeks of the trip, the hottest day we had was like 12 degrees Celsius. So it was like quite a cool weather tour until the past like 4 days, and it's warmed up to getting close to 20.
I was a couple of weeks ago in Abisko. It's just a little bit down from Tromsø. So it's the national park in Swedish side. So we're a little down. It's in Narvik already. For us, it was also during the daytime the best 14, 15 degrees. Yeah. But it was really good. Hotter, it's not really the place, but of course the snow is still on the mountains, so.
It was unique to be up there midsummer and still see snow around.
It is. You're still up on the mountains. You couldn't go. It was still frozen, so only fishing available was ice fishing. So, I mean, but when it comes back to the beer, of course, people drink beer more when it's hot outside. Yeah.
So. Not today.
Not today, but during the weekend we have a music festival here in the city center.
This weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, cool.
So we are going to be there for the first time at that festival, so let's see how the people...
Okay.
Cool. Are they coming to listen and enjoy some beer? Yeah. Or are they coming only to listen or only to drink beer?
Yeah.
Let's see.
At the brewery here, how many different types of beers do you? Because you also make like a long drink here, so
Yeah, we do.
Not just beer.
Yeah. Well, usually we have about 10 to 12 different drinks at the time.
Okay, and you rotate each year, kind of.
Basically, we have mainly you can see in the shop at the moment. So these are we have a 6-pack, which is like a tasting pack.
Yeah.
Which is always available. And this is also our restaurants and customers, they know what it is.
Yeah.
They know how to get. So these are always available, and some of the restaurants has put in the menus, so it should be available all the time.
Okay.
There might be something that sometimes that we are running out, but hopefully it's just a question of a week or two. And then we have some special beers like specially made for Lapland hotels, and so it's available only in Lapland hotels in here.
Yeah.
So nowhere else. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get that beer, you have to go either to Lapland hotels, which is all around Finland, or then here. Then we had actually, it's already sold. We don't have the liter bottle, but we have Ylläs, which is the Ylläs Mountain in 160, 70 kilometers from here.
Yeah.
That's the Jouninkauppa, it's the shop who's ordering that beer, and it's only there.
Oh, okay.
Then we have a Rakas, which is again made for Santa Park.
Okay, yeah.
Then we had a few other beers we had, but mainly these. And then we have seasonal beers,
okay,
like summer or winter beers.
What's your seasonal beers currently?
Currently, actually, this is only available in tap.
Yeah.
We don't do in the bottles.
Yeah.
We have a name, but we don't have the official label yet. So it's like a tikku. It's the wheat beer.
Oh, wheat beer. Okay.
Yeah, it's wheat festival beer. Cool. For this summer, and especially when we go a couple of those 3-4 festivals. Yeah. So we thought that's going to be something new, something good. And also we say we don't need to bottle. So if you want to taste it, come here or come to the festivals. Then this is the place where you can taste it.
And for your main beers, how far from this location do you distribute? Is it fairly local?
Whole Finland.
Oh, the whole Finland. Okay, yeah. Okay. But not international.
Technically we could. Yeah. But I don't really see any. Value, of course, there would be. There has been people asking from France, Belgium, Sweden, but they are just a regular, the individuals who want to taste some beers from Lapland.
Okay, yeah.
Because we are craft brewery, so we are truly crafted by hand. So our beer is a bit more valuable, meaning expensive.
I don't want to hear any hat slander. None. I made this. Okay. Anyway. Was it? Keep it? Kippis. Kippis? Kippis. 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 I should know this by now. That's a really nice, refreshing wheat beer. Kind of like fruity. I like it. Need to restart? Yeah, turn me off, turn me on again. Hi. So, hopefully we get to see like some of the beer brewery manufacturing kind of stuff, because that's fun. Kitos and Kippis? Kippis. 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 Kind of fruit? The fruity kind. Yeah, like, I wouldn't be able to pick it out. I'm sure some people could, but it's just like, some kind of fruitiness to it. Citrus peach. I wish I could do better. Yeah, maybe if I aerate it. Aerated it into my lungs. I don't know. Okay, so hopefully we get to try a few different types of beer here. This one is like, compared to the last microbrewery we went to, this is like macro in comparison. Was this the wheat beer? It is the wheat beer. Do my glasses stay on here well enough? Oh yeah, the brim holds the glasses great. All right, there's something. Okay. Grapefruit. I don't know. I need to like have people teach me how to taste things better. That's the look right there. Yes. I'm a fashion icon, what can I say? So, I don't know how long we're brewery touring, but we'll be here for a little while. And then, we have a canoe tour later. And my bit rate's so variable, I don't understand why. And if we have time, some tent shopping. Is this the irresistible look? Yeah. I had to fight the ladies to get off me. Mighty beer wizard? That's me. It is I, the beer wizard. Middle building. Well, it's just like most of the time we're sitting at 5,000 bit rate, then I'll just drop off to like 250 bit rate for like 3 seconds and then go right back to 5,000. Can I come with fully by a leotard as well? Maybe. I wish. Wait, this is at 0%. Didn't I swap the batteries around? I thought I did. I'm gonna have to get a battery here. You look like Campbell? Thank you, that's a compliment. Oh, I forgot, my mic's down here. See, it just dropped off to 250 bit rate. Now it's gonna be right back up to 5,000. Which one drops off when it does that? It's at 70% cellular, 30% Wi-Fi. You'd think like if those combined would be at 5,000, even one of them dropping off completely, it would still be better than 250 bit rate. Anyway, get to or do you go straight to tasting? Where'd the dudes go? Well, other customers came in and he's the only guy here right now, so he's kind of got to do that.
Sugarman 19 cheered 100 bits. I didn't think I could love a hat more than spam.
Thank you, thank you.
But I do.
There you go. Sugarman, thanks for the 100 bits. Glad you love my hat, because I love it. Okay. Other routes we can vote for? Can someone do the command for all the routes? Because there's a bit to it. There's a whole document that describes things in quite great detail. Unique hat from SideQuest. Yeah, I made it. I made a hat. It's also pinned. Yeah, that one. But I have to go out and grab another battery. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. Should I check you guys instead? Okay. What mic are we on? The external mic? The one on my collar? This might screw it up for a second. All right. Cool. No, I loved it. It's a good wheat beer. It's refreshing, a bit fruity, nice. Good summer beer. Good for a festival like this weekend.
Even though it should be a little bit more hazy, but
yeah,
somehow it got so clean.
Yeah. Is this your first time trying to make a wheat beer like this?
No. We have actually wheat beers before as well.
Of this, yeah.
This is a little bit. Dialect.
Want to see the fermentation tanks? Yeah, no, we'll try and get a tour, so. Excuse me, sorry. Beer. It's supposed to be a hazy, it's supposed to be grapefruit. I don't know, like, it was supposed to be a hazy, and he said it was supposed to be more hazy. And beer, so like, with the wheat beer, it's like a little bit sweet, kind of like almost fruity-ish. Do you know what fruit you would describe that as?
It's actually a matter of taste. The fruitiness comes from the malts.
Yeah.
So
it's not fruit; it's just from malt.
It's malt. There is nothing else. So it's made by the Reinheitsgebot. So it's the purity law, which means that all our beers mainly are by the purity law, which is you can use only water, malts, hops, and yeast, and it has to be fermented.
Okay, yeah.
So, but there are a few beers where, for instance, this I told you, Ullas, we have still in the tap.
Yeah.
So this is the where we use spruce tip.
Okay.
So in the springtime, they start to grow. It's very valuable, very fresh, very nice. So customer want it. But again, in Germany, it's understand like it's addition to the beer, so you cannot call it as a beer. In Finland, there's no such a rule.
Yeah.
However, we don't do any like artificial substance to the beer.
Yeah.
Only if there's something from our nature, like lingonberry juice, sometimes spruce tips. We have also the Kalmus beer, which is like for the dark time of the winter. So we use that. It's like the beer itself is meant to be like a liquid gingerbread.
Okay,
so there is what five? So there's orange peel, there's clove, there is black peppers inside. So it's kind of the taste to get of like.
Okay.
Christmas time.
So there's a few exceptions, but mostly follow the four.
Generally, all our beers are without any substance.
And then you do not beers as well, like your hoodie saying raspberry mint long drink and stuff as well.
We have a couple of long drinks too. Yeah. Yes, we have made actually 4 different long drinks. These 2 has like really nice tastes. That's so different. This what I have on top is the. That is the raspberry and mint.
Yeah.
So the mint is more like giving fresh taste of the beer. It's not like about to taste the mint itself.
Okay.
There are people who are more like sensitive to that, so they can feel it. But normally it's not made to feel it. It's just made to really refreshment of.
Interesting.
So it's like really nice. It's a little bit sweeter because of the berry itself. It's sweet.
Yeah.
So it's about.
Long drinks usually are pretty sweet.
Yeah,
so.
calculate about 6-7%.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. The other long drink is the lingonberry. It's based on gin.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a different one. And there we actually, that's the only addition what we do is add a little bit sugar. So the berry juice itself, it's not sweet at all. So, but we, and it's about 4%, so it's not sweet at all. So you don't really taste the sweetness. I have actually made yesterday and before yesterday new ones because of the music festival.
Yeah.
We need, we don't have any barrels, so we need. I made so we can maybe taste a little later how
because I hadn't heard of long drinks until I came here, and then people were telling me I have to try long drinks, and I've just tried the original and a pineapple one, and both of them being very sweet.
They are industrial. They are very sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, the originally long drink itself comes from the 80s, 90s.
People were saying it's from like the Olympics.
80s, sorry. It's where the Olympics in Helsinki was made. And that drink was as official drink of the Olympics in Helsinki. And after that, people just love it. Yeah. But and there is nothing bad with for the last 7, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Also, the craft breweries has started to make the long drinks, the long versions. I would say. What I've tasted, they're not as sweet as original, for instance, in the pineapple ones. The reason might be different behind. But for instance, the lingonberry one, what we made specially not sweet at all for age like 40 plus. Yeah. Where, like for instance, myself, I don't like the sweetness. It's kind of.
I'm getting to that point too.
Unnecessary for me. It's nothing bad. It's just my taste, and people love it. And that's the best thing is like there is options you can have. So.
Because no one's taste will be all the same. So some people like it really sweet, some people like something dry, some people like something bitter, some people don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Also, we have. My tools are gone, but I'll try to survive. Okay. Because I was making this. There are a lot of things that we think about, and in this brewery we do beers by original recipes. We don't copy anyone. So we think about first the story behind, and then we make a beer. Okay. And for this beer, the story is very short. So it's also made as originally as a private beer. Yeah. But it's a helme, which means in English foolish. Foolish. Yes, foolish in its positive way. Yeah. So it's like a positive person, which is kind of how to say the tripping on his own positive minds or so. So it's not an idiot. So it's a foolish, but it's
foolish in a positive way.
And the idea behind this beer is, for myself, is it's pretty hard for me to find a good IPA. Yeah. With a good. I'm talking about my taste. I'm not talking about general because there's nothing wrong with the beers or with the drinks or with the food. It's just a matter of taste. Yeah. For me, I'm looking forward to have a body as well taste. Mm-hmm. For me, it's a little bit kind of when drink IPA is like highly hot water. And I'm looking for some substance more.
I can see that,
beer, yeah. And this beer we made less hops.
Yeah.
But so you can actually taste the body, and so it's like the hops comes in your mouth, and the aftertaste comes to your throat. So this is what we hope.
Because actually, I like this because I have a history with IPAs, and like there was a time period where the trend in microbrewing was like double, triple, quadruple hopped IPAs, and it's just too much heavy on the hops in your face. So like a lot of times I'll skip an IPA and just have everything else because I don't know what kind of IPA it's going to be, but. Well, kind of, as you said here, it's just like...
My own experience is that there's, and that's the best part, there are like a tremendous amount of new beers every year coming out. We, in this brewery, we don't run that race for always new, because we are in the tourism area. Whenever people come here, we hope that they will come to visit us, to see what we do, who's behind that, to taste our beer. And for them, every single our beer is new.
Yeah.
And for instance, in I think it was year 23 when in Finland alone the craft breweries made 1,800 different new beers. So simply for me, if I want to taste all of them, I have to drink 5 beers a day. Different beers a day.
Finns have a fancy for drinking, though. Drinking alcohol. You're known for it.
Yeah, but again, those news and so it's cool, it's nice, it's good. But we again putting effort on making the same beer with a high quality that we could, because in the beer it's very interesting because the quality affected by 4 ingredients. It's the water, malts, hops, and yeast. Yeah. So all 4 can. So to make it very, very in the same level as the previous beer, it's.
I feel like that first ingredient, the water up here in like Lapland, like. High quality water, so your base of your beer is starting very strong because of the water you have.
Well, in 2 places in Finland, to my knowledge, I might be wrong, but as far as I know, there are only 2 places where the quality of the water, when we talk about the quality of the water, there is a drinking water, which is very pure in all Finland, no question about that. But when we talk about the brewery water, it's still it's even cleaner than drinking water. And in Rovaniemi and in Lahti, in 2 places known by to me, are really coming from the ground the brewery water.
And so you get your source your water independent from the city water. Or how does that work? What's the distillery water?
We use the city water.
But just the water here is especially good.
Yeah. Because of the ground is so sandy, so there is like all unnecessary heavy stuff.
It filters out the okay.
We don't. I'm not talking that the drinking water would be different quality. No. We talk that for the brewery we need a little bit different. Yeah. For the drinking water, you can drink even from the lakes, from the springs. It's not a problem in Lapland. We don't have a heavy industry. If there is some reindeer peeing in it, well, what?
Adds a little bit of minerals.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, for the brewery, we used city water. We can have like a couple times a day they make during quality if there's something wrong. So we also get insurance that the water is really clean, so we can use it.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like this IPA. It's good.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, no, it is.
But I've heard, I like myself as well. And talking about the hops, there's another funny thing that the Germans have made the beer based on research. Done research already for the centuries. So the beer itself is one of the oldest drink in the world. So it's like known today is like 7,000 years old, and it's found where the Turkey is today. So for last 7,000 years, this has been like drunk everywhere. What I have found, literally, so first of all, the beer was a pour drink. So the people just made something to for themselves to celebrate. And if we talk about the Turkish area, there's like fields with the corpse growing.
Yeah.
So this is where you get the sugars.
Yeah.
You just brew it, ferment it, and you have a drink. Today, of course, there are several steps in the world where the beer quality changed rapidly. For instance, when the black, what is the
the Black Plague.
Yes.
In like the 1600s?
Yes. It's 13th century started.
13th century,
yes.
yeah.
So that was a bit nasty disease, and especially in the cities where the people, when they fall, nobody was picking them up because they're afraid to get the sickness as well. So the groundwater was about a question mark. Is it drinkable? So the beer was back then and also today is the cleaner than water.
Because during the fermentation process, it kills anything that might make you sick.
It actually doesn't kill anything. It doesn't produce anything. And meaning in a beer, if there is something wrong, you can taste and smell right away.
Oh, okay.
So that is the...
it just notifies you if there's an issue.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see it, you can smell it, and you can taste it right away. In the water, not necessarily.
Interesting. I thought like the alcohol content and stuff would like purify it in some or kill the bacteria in some.
Yeah, you go. Alcohol and hops is the one, because hops is also disinfection for.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Of course, the alcohol and the hops, but during the fermentation, if there's wild yeast, which means bacteria, it brings in the beer different taste and different smell that we don't want. So you can smell right away. It's
interesting. Okay. Smart, yeah, because I knew for like a long time, before people understood that, like, you know, drinking water out of rivers, like if people were pooping upriver in the water, because that's the best way to get rid of what you don't want. Apparently that could make you sick, get some like cholera or whatever. You kind of discovered it was safer to drink like low ABV, like beer, grog kind of thing, because it wouldn't make you sick.
Yeah.
We were talking about like germ theory, like how before they understood what made people sick. Like, I think this was a discovery where that like these drinks wouldn't, because the process of it, like you said, you'd figure out.
There are few. Well, I don't know anything like. I didn't live then.
No, that's true.
We only need what we only can trust is the information we found, we read, somebody told. Of course, there has to be based on research or something.
Yeah.
So, in what I've found is that due to that disease, the value of the beer rose rapidly because everyone wanted to make beer was given even to the kids because it was so clean.
Yeah.
So. And then, of course, for the materials, even blood was used as a raw material. So it was started to get dangerous because everything was used. Nobody knew what else could be used. But what I've read, like also the blood was used. So it's really dangerous in a way. So, and in 1516, the purity law was introduced in Bavaria first.
Yeah.
So even today, the beer in Germany, which is made by the purity law, can be called a beer.
Is that all of Germany or just Munich? I remember.
No, it's a whole Germany. As far as I know, I've been all around Germany. Yes, it's kind of a whole German purity law. I would hope that actually the rest of the world will come as well, because, for instance, there is a lot of beers that is used weird materials. In Finland, for instance, that's the only thing where you don't need to write every constant, like what is made it from. Even though it's like it should be, but I know that it's not.
Do you have opinions about beers like sours and stuff like that kind of are a departure from the look, taste of what you'd call a traditional beer?
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends. Only I'm disagreeing to call a beer like New England IPAs. So it's made. To me, they taste more like a raw juice.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with a beer.
Yeah.
but again, it's my taste.
Yeah.
Sours, why not? They are brewed. They are use the malts, of course. There might be some additional flavors, meaning like orange juice or lemon juice, or
added some kind of fruit to it.
Yeah, fruit to it. There's nothing wrong, to my opinion, that they could be called. So at least they taste the beer. To some extent, I think there's too much of lactobacillus bacteria. Some of the beers you can, to me, is I have a challenge to drink like a small glass, and your stomach is crazy.
Yeah, okay.
So it's because of the lactobacillus. But in the taste, I don't think so. The only NEIPA I wouldn't call a beer. It should be called something else, but it's on my only my
So New England Pale Ale?
NEIPA, so we called it NEIPA.
Yeah.
It's New England Pale Ale. Yes.
What is it actually that makes it so differential from other beers? You said it tastes like kind of like beer juice.
Tastes like a raw juice.
A raw juice.
Me, yeah.
But is the production process very different too to make it taste like raw juice?
I haven't made it myself here, so I wouldn't talk too much about how it's made. That's the
I was just curious.
Made it. I've never, because again, this is the funny part. Even though we're trying to escape from that I would only make something that I like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we are making beer for the other people too. So. On that sense, all our beers are made very easy to drink.
Yeah.
They're not overhopped.
Yeah.
So they are created to go along with food.
Yeah.
So if too much hops, you know what happens. So it's like take a little bit taste off the food. So, so on a way, all our beers are free of any like agents, artificial agents, safe to drink. Based on slow production, what we have, like methodology, our beers has like 10 months best before. Even though we could give a couple of months more, but we don't do, just in the case if some of the old beer, like beer bottle, has in some small shop been longer there, and if it's go over, so it's still safe to drink.
Okay,
Meaning the go over the best before date, so it's still safe to drink and good to drink.
Can I ask, like, so you say for the most part you make beers that are like pleasant to drink for the average kind of consumer thing, because this is a brewery for sale, stuff like that. If there was no like need to sell it at the end of it, would you make a beer that maybe it doesn't sell well to the public, but it would be like to your taste, would be like how this is an IPA that is to your taste, but I think that's very enjoyable, and I don't think that would be offensive to anyone. But like, do you have a specific taste that you like that just wouldn't sell well?
It's actually, I have, and this is my own beer, like meaning that what I make to myself, there's always something. And out of these, I have now in production, I have 2 beers which are like really my taste. Okay. I'm just gonna give you one which is dark beer, and that is that I made to myself based on the taste, kind of what I want, what I like, and.
So a dark lager?
Dark lager.
Okay.
Exactly, dark lager. So it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
It's not too, well, it's easy to enjoy.
Yeah.
And the best part is, especially the day like today, it's a little bit rainy, a little bit colder. Yeah. So this kind of a beer is actually the best.
Because that's, for me, when it's really hot out, I'll take a lager and it's a nice hot weather beer. But as soon as it's cooler out, I want something a bit more complex, a little bit depth to it.
So it's
just
warming you up and also filling you up. But yeah, exactly. For the hot weathers, you could have like a nice lager or actually sour beer or like nice IPA, why not? Or long drink. But then when it goes like this, so rather stronger lager, could be also triple IPAs or something, and then darker beers, why not?
This is nice. Like it's got some like nice dark notes, but it's still very easy drinking. Like sometimes I'll have like a stout or something like that, and it's like lovely to have like a small amount, but then you're like, I'm done. You can have a few pints of this and still enjoy it.
this is how it's made, and this is actually my taste. We have a darker as well, dark beer. It's just there on the shelf. It's called Lapin Panimo, so it's like a Christmas beer.
Yeah.
So it's darker. It's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
But because of it's kind of traditional Finnish or Lappish Christmas beer. So it's dark and a little bit sweet. So this is what we do. I could say like I can drink all of the beers, but this is something that I really enjoy.
Okay. No, I really like this as well. Because that's like, I've done a couple beer tours and stuff like that, and like, the first one I just had like 5, and I was going through them, and I liked the Vienna lager the most, which is like a lager mixed with something a bit darker, and it's just kind of like still light and easy drinking, but still has some depth to it that a basic lager doesn't have, kind of thing. So kind of in that middle class is where I like to be, but still usually I'm not an IPA fan. I think it's like the hops, like the IP note. It's just like not.
It's a matter of taste.
Yeah, because I'll happily drink one, but it's definitely not something I'd be like have several IPAs.
To my experience, what I've experienced, the young people love to try to push the limits, like all the IPAs, Imperial Stouts, which are like what is the barrel-aged beers, which are usually stronger. Yeah,
like 12, 13, 14% beers. Yeah.
I've also experienced was 37.5, if I remember correct.
37.5.
Yes. It's a beer.
It's still a beer.
It's kind of, it's based on a beer.
Yeah.
Like a base, but it's still 37.5 degrees.
Yeah.
We had like one small bottle at 0.33.
Yeah.
10 of us couldn't manage it. So
well, it's a liquor at that point at 37.
Kind of, yes. It's very strong, but it's also taste. It comes with it as well. It's strong. So I mean, in that beer it was used. I don't remember how many, but like also herbs to kind of get this. But it's based on beer, but there are herbs as well, and it's been. What is the English word? But like lagered, like for 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a long procedure, but as a beer, I would say yes, but not for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Not for me. Again,
because I love trying stuff like that, but I'm not gonna have that all the time. Like that's not a regular thing. It's like you try it once, you're like, wow, that's interesting, but not my thing, and then you move on.
And this is actually what we do. We do. Relatively good, easy to drink beers, and what we want so that if the person found, oh, this is lovely beer, so they keep coming back and they will find that beer. Yeah. And with every time new beers, I face the challenge that I found something really nice. Yeah. I don't produce anymore. Just once and that's it. Yeah. I do understand in different regions. For instance, in Helsinki, there's 1 million city during the daytime, even over 1 million people. So there is something. Oh, I'd like to taste all the time something new. But then with the age, you stop exploring. You found something good. It doesn't matter if it's industrial beer or the craft beer. Yeah. It's matter the taste. You found it. You want it. That's it.
I haven't got there yet. I love exploring, and that's what I do with all this stuff, like my bike tours and my hitchhiking and stuff like that. Is like I have had so many beers that I love, but I'm always just wanting to. And it doesn't have to be like crazy beers, like a 37.5% aged beer, but it's just like I always want to just like when I experience something new, it like fires like neurons in my brain where it's like putting connections together. Be like, what does this taste like? How does it compare to this and this and this and this and this? Well, and to me, that's fun.
We have actually also like private beers, which are not anymore, at least now. This is the, I think it's a collection. Yeah. No, this is. This is the first beer what made for Lordi.
Lordi?
So, yeah.
Oh, the metal band?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys played it yesterday? Yesterday.
Yeah. From Rovaniemi. So this is the signature bottle. It's very old. I think it's 5 or 6 years already. So it's made in 18. So it's 7 years old.
7 years old.
7 years old. Yes.
Definitely past its date.
This is collection. This is the second album that they had. Yeah. It's also like, and this is 6 years old.
Okay. Can I show this to?
Wait a second. No, this is. Yeah, it's yeah, 6 years old.
We're not gonna try this. These are now collections.
Collection.
Yeah.
It's like the second album they had.
Who signed it?
It's the Lord.
It's the band signed it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Of course. Of course.
Ah, that's real cool.
Yeah, and then we have a Vaskoli, which is the Vaskoli is the gold panning plate. So it's called Vaskoli.
Okay. Yeah.
So this beer is made a little dark and smoke dark beer. Really nice. Yes.
Interesting. Have I had that? I don't know if I have.
This one we haven't made, I think, for the last 4 years, perhaps.
Yep.
The idea is that there is a Tankavaara, 220 kilometers up north to Ivalos side. There is the gold mining village.
I was there like 3 days ago.
Yes.
I'm panned for some gold.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So the idea was the story behind that when the people came to the area, there was a lot, of course, there was a fireplace around, dark, rainy, and so kind of imagination. So what we wanted with this beer to kind of illustrate the times over there. So meaning that it's dark, it's smoke because of the smoke all around the area because of the fireplaces. So it's kind of and what is specifically with the gold, we have also the Hitch, which is Golden Pilsner. There, I don't have it here. And the idea is, again, to tell that gold found in the Tankavaara is the purest found in nature. So you don't need to clean it. So it's very, very clean gold.
Okay.
It's like,
that's
so
interesting.
we made two different beers.
I think that's interesting as far as like kind of like beer as an art form. So there's a picture you're trying to present in your head, like, right? You're sitting in like this like dark fire lit kind of smoky room kind of thing, and you're trying to embody that feeling in a drink. And actually trying to create that is like, it's an art, and I think it's very interesting to
this is what we do, and we call it's not just the beer, we took the story in a bottle. This is kind of what we do. This beer, it's called Aihki, and Aihki means very old pine tree. So there are 3 stages for the tree, pine tree itself. So it's a pine tree, then it's Aihki. So Aihki is what I found is a very old pine tree, meaning that older than 700 years. So we talk an old, really old tree. And then there is Kelo, and Kelo is, for instance, that shelf is made from Kelo. So when the pine tree is already dead. So it's and that material is used also to build the cottages. So, but we don't want to say Kelo, it's kaput. So we want still Aihki. So there is like again story behind why, and I think it's really nice for the taste as well. Kind of a little bit. I would say with the surprises, but usual dark taste, but with a small like a chocolate dark. Kind of mysterious as a tree itself. So Helena, again, there was behind it that person, even though it's like foolish, but with the positive mind, so it can easily fall on their own thoughts. And so then we have Rohki. It's a light lager, which means, like the word itself is from Tornio, which means good. So if you, in Finnish, you say rohki hyvä, hyvä is good, rohki hyvä is very good. Rohki itself is like good value. So again, Saana, that's my second favorite beer. From Saana. It's we kind of did it like a IPA type, but we called it Lapland Pale Ale. It's a bit more color. It's not pale ale. It has a color, but we use completely different hops. So we made like a fruity IPA. So it's not about hops. It's about the beer. It's about fruitiness. It's about that. I don't have it now on the tap, but we have it in there. And that's my second, like a really good, because hops itself, yes, it is, but to make a really good beer for myself, that was, well, I didn't made it, the Aihki was something that I made to myself. The sauna just happened to have really my taste, hit my taste.
Okay, yeah.
Way, so.
Well, so far the beers to your taste are some of my favorites. Like that was really good. And like for an IPA, because again I have questionable history with IPAs. I'm just like, no, that's like you said, it has more body to it. It isn't so hops forward. I like that a lot. But yeah, as I'm progressing through life, it's just like there's so much more depth to pretty much everything you encounter than you might realize, like to brewing and like the art form that is. There's so much depth and story that can be told through a drink when people are just like, oh, you're just having a beer. There's a lot more, well, there's a lot more to it. Or even just like yesterday I got invited to do like horseback archery, and I thought that's just like a historic thing that you did 1,000 years ago. But no, there's like international competitions, and there's people that like properly compete in that, and I'm like, well, I didn't even know that's a thing.
Well, talking about beer competitions, myself, I'm seeing it as a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
I'm not against them, no, not at all. But for me, it's I think it's the wrong format to introduce the beers.
Yeah.
The best would be if organizers just I can introduce the beers, what I want for the competitions.
Yeah.
That could be asked, why not?
Yeah.
But then it's somebody goes to a random shop and buys that beer and sends you the invoice for the bought beer, and then checking if this beer is good enough. Otherwise, there are a lot. I think there is a lot you can make like specifically for, and I have myself tasted so that when in the competition the beer is perfect, nice. Then when you buy from the shop, it somehow tastes different.
Interesting.
I don't know why, but it's just sounds different. And this, for me, it's not really nice. So that's why I kind of those competitions. It's nice to good to know. Like of course, it's a lot of marketing of that too.
Of course, and then you put the label on the bottle where it says you won.
The other thing is like if I would be judge and you would be judge, we most likely will be fighting over which beer is the best.
Yeah,
because
it's very subjective.
It is.
There's no, you can't put like an exact number to a beer.
So it's something you like, I might not like.
Yeah.
And again, if I have to go to judge on IPAs, it will be hard for me to tell. Okay, they all taste good, so I just select this because this tastes better. Yeah. Of course, in the competitions, it's not only about the taste. Yeah. It's about meaning that if there's off taste, off smell, how does it look, how does it taste, how much it keeps the different countries most likely has a different criterias, but the films, everything is counting on a way. So aftertaste, before taste, everything. So it's kind of course you cannot win anything if the beer is like off flavors or so. But,
and there's lots of stuff like that. For films, for cinema, like critics often have a preferred genre, and often they really like biopics about like famous historical people, but they hate horror films. So horror films always get destroyed by critics because they just don't like the genre. They don't consider it good cinema. But exactly, for other people, they love it, and the movie will have horrible critical reviews, but the audience reviews for people actually that want to watch horror films will love it. So there's just this divide between, but the reverse is true. Like when they do like a biopic for some like historical character that the average person doesn't care about, the critics will give it like 9, 10 out of 10, and the users will be like, I don't know, it's kind of slow and boring. So it's just like there's a mismatch.
It is, and it's again also like depending on the day.
Yeah.
It's the same here. Now you tasted the dark beer. Okay, this hits better for now, for this moment.
That's true. Yeah.
And in the evening, that comes the sun out. It starts getting hot. You go to watch some football game. This wouldn't be the beer you enjoy. You need some lager or some ale, some really refreshing Helles beer or name it. So kind of get the other feelings. So. It's so, and in the competitions as well is the same. Even though you have to be like a judge, you have to be objective and seeing, but still there is subjectivity inside you.
Yeah.
So.
Anything subjective gets complicated. That's for like sports too, like figure skating.
But of course,
sometimes they just score weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, some. We have, well,
Yeah.
It's definitely it's really nice that somebody has. For us, it's the best if the customer comes. Oh, this was nice beer.
Yeah.
What else we need?
Exactly. Yeah.
What else we need? Then we know. Okay, we have succeeded. We have good beer. Nice. The customer came. He enjoyed. He drank the beer. He maybe ate some food. Had a brewery tour discussion with us. That's all matters.
You have a kitchen here too?
We don't.
Okay.
We don't. But if there's some occasions, of course, the order we have the cooperation.
Okay.
Was pizzeria. Was also like Santa's Pizza.
Okay.
From the Arctic Circle, and then we also like homemade foods.
Yep.
It depends what
I was just
people
curious.
want. And definitely there are lots of people who just okay, I'll just order that, and they will bring the food in. And that's it. Yeah. We're maybe I would say we have a nice tap room, a nice shop. We have a brewery behind. That's the best what we could have. Like the jewelry for us is the brewery itself.
Yeah.
Even though if we would take this to closer to the city, then of course kitchen should be a must.
Yeah.
Now we're too far from the city, so I don't see the value of the kitchen.
No, yeah, I was just curious. Okay, cool. Like, is it possible to see like the where the magic happens?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I have to keep one eye on here.
Yeah, is it okay if I just leave this bag here and bring just this?
Should be okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, should be okay.
Okay. Handsome man with the cool hat. Yeah, I got my hat. I made this yesterday. I made it. I made a hat out of like just raw wool. Okay, let's see if the network works back here. There.
This is where the magic happens. As you see, it's
Okay. Yeah.
been doing the long drinks last 2 days, so they're still in the tanks. So I'm gonna take them tomorrow, but just for you to have a taste. Let's try with the.
So is this the mint raspberry?
Yeah, this is the raspberry mint, the healer, which is on me. So of course, when we take from the tank, it's a little bit gone the CO2. Yeah. The sexiness is out. But the drink itself is should be good.
Mint raspberry. It was going high.
And this is the lemon one.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. So the difference is that's a little bit sweeter, and you see also.
As this is sweet, but not quite as sweet as like the commercial.
Yeah, as I told you.
Yeah.
It's about 6-7% of the sugars that what we can figure out. So here we add sugars, so it's about 4% of sugars.
Okay.
But,
so this one's less sweet, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And this is based on gin. That is based on vodka. So the people also there are a lot of people who love the gin.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that what I've found that the berries which are growing in the Arctic, they're most suitable with a gin.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it tastes a bit stronger, a bit better. For instance, strawberry, raspberry, you cannot put with a gin. It doesn't taste.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try the switcheroo. Yeah. All right. Lingonberry.
And the fact is,
I can smell the gin.
Yes, not all people likes the gin.
I love the gin.
It's good to have the bits different.
Yeah, definitely less sweet.
Oh yeah. So at the brew house, as a small craft brewery, we have everything in the same roof. Somebody wished to have like a separate rooms or so, but we have we have a high ceilings, which is saving us nicely. So. The brew house, 1,000 liter. Technology comes from Austria.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's a family business. Father and son is making the technology. They have the brewery too. I've been there. Like really nice. Love it. So here we have fermentation tanks. So what is especially for us, as I told you, that we use the hops a little bit less in our beers. The idea behind is to have very easy to drink, not too hoppy, not based on the hops, but since the hops is also the disinfection for beer. Yeah. So more you use, safer beer is. Yeah. We have to make sure that the body of the beer is perfect condition for us. Yeah. Because if there's less hops, if there's off taste, you will taste it right away. Yeah. Sometimes if you use, for instance, IPAs, it may cover, the hops may cover the mistake of the body. Yeah. So it's not, it's still important, but it's not as essential. So.
And like a very small mistake means like an entire one of these can have to be discarded, right? Yeah. Yes. And that is an unfortunate.
Definitely we don't want, we have, unfortunately I've made that mistake as well, thought that okay, for my taste it's good. Yeah. But then put in a bottle and there was some little off taste and it was exactly 2017. Yeah, with the when I got like really hot beers destroyed. Because of that, we know the reason. And then sometimes, because we have a long process, so from the brewing to when the beer is ready, it takes us 6 to 8 weeks. So 6 for the ales, like the top fermentation beers, and the bottom fermentation beers always take longer. Yeah. We don't filter, but still we need very clean beers. Yeah. So say, for instance, this is the beer what I bottle, just as you see how clear it is. Yeah. And without filtering, you need time. So for us, it's the temperature and time which gives us the right. Okay. And of course, then we just wait when red beer is ready, then we bottle. Yeah. Or keg at the same time. So there's interesting that people are talking that from the kegs beer tastes different. I don't really agree with that.
Compared to a bottle, yeah.
Yeah, well, we do bottle, it's the same cans bottle.
But you could have them side by side, same temperature, and to your taste they're the same?
Well, the difference is because of the, especially when we talk about the industrial beer, because industrial beer is made, I think it's, I would say it's all around the world, at least in Finland. It's like always is a 1 week period. So on Wednesdays bottle, on Thursdays brew. Yeah. So it's always 1 week, and during that week, hope is that the previous batch is sold and drunk. Yeah. So it always comes the fresh, and a beer, when it's fresh, it's the best. Yeah. Always. And when it stays a little bit longer, it's the same with the kegs. So when it's fresh, it's nice, but when it stays a couple, 3 months in the kegs, it's not anymore as fresh as good.
So like, within the first 3 months, it drops off and by your taste.
Beer never goes get better.
It's not why it always best fresh and downhill.
What I have noticed that the industrial beers, for some reason, their quality goes down faster than the craft beers. So craft beer could be enjoyed longer, like fresh or better taste, like let's say better taste. Yeah. The industrial beers are more sensitive to that, but maybe it's just again my taste. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's something wrong, bad. No. Beer is good. If it tastes good, it's good. So yeah. That's it.
Okay.
And definitely when we say about the quality, the big breweries has all the right equipment, better equipment than we have to check the quality.
Because like their goal with like a Budweiser is to have it taste exactly the same every single time, right? And there's a whole lot of science into that repeatability to make it exactly the same, and it's difficult to do. But also,
But again, it's all the taste matters. If you like Budweiser, drink Budweiser. If you like our beer, drink our beer. If you don't like our beer, don't drink it. That's
which is a good mentality to have. Yeah. There's like a lot of people have like an elitist attitude with like beer. Like you can only drink like craft beer. Like commercial beer is less cultured or less something.
It's well, for me, the industrial beer, they're too watery. So there's no aftertaste at all. So it's like hot water. Yeah.
And I guess to them, it's just like, since it's so clean, if you look at the entire world of 8 billion people, it's just the most scalable. Like it doesn't have any flavors that will like offend anyone. Therefore, it sells well.
There are pluses as well, because the beer, there's a taste, so you can drink will enjoy 1, 2, 3 beers, and then my taste already get like, oh, this is too heavy. Yeah. But then industrial beer you can drink all day long, no problem. That's again what you want.
Do you, you have like a regular lager? Is that your beer that is the flavor profile that's like you could drink all day long? Or do you still think that's, with that craft kind of taste, it'd be more like...
There is a craft taste. For instance, this beer, we have a really nice story that there was, in the very beginning, there was actually in the 1st of September 2016, first our beer was introduced, and this is one of the firsts. Okay. Very first what we made, and it's still in the market. It's like amber lager type, so there is a lot of taste. Still, it's like made drinkable. So it's not about like craft, so it's really tough. No, it's 4.5%, very easy drinkable, but still there is a lot of taste inside. There was one older person, he kind of taste this one. We had the 20th and 23rd or 21st of September, so it's like 3 weeks after we introduced our first beer. We had open tours in here, so the people came. It was a group of 20-25 persons. And that this was introduced to them, and then one person drank. Oh, what the shit! I'm sorry for my.
Yeah, you're good. No,
that's what he said. Like, and it's like, of course, like, taste myself. Did he get like spoiled butter or a bottle or something? But no, all was good to me. So I asked like what kind of a beer he likes usually. He said Lapin Panimo. So it's okay. It's industrial beer from Finland. I said, well, okay. If you stay here, we can after the brewery tour. I would love to talk to you, like find out more about. But of course, he had a bad experience. He ran off. Okay. But in 3 weeks, he was back to buy this beer from us. I said, well, I remember you. What happened? He said, well, sorry for the thing. I said, no, you were right. It didn't hit your taste. There was wrong, but at least the quality was okay. I checked, everything was okay. He said, I kind of, how to say, it was surprised or just for him. It's like, for what? That the beer has a taste. I think it's a good thing, but since you had a bad experience, you always remember it. Like, but still, what brought you back here? Because the negative experience always is something, I don't want to deal with this place anymore. But he said he went because that was the Rovaniemi week, so there was a lot of different events all around. So he went to the next place, and then he said, well, I had a really nice taste in my mouth, and I got hungry because for 3-4 hours I would be running without the food, without the drinks. And then I started to call back, like, where this really nice taste come from? And that he remembered the last drunk our beer.
Interesting. But his initial response was, this is different, therefore bad, therefore I don't like it.
Exactly.
But once he thought about it,
he said, well, I kind of thought like maybe I'm crazy or something, but I went to the shop, I bought the beer, and I start like to like it.
Go ahead.
So there's nothing bad. I mean.
My hat. I don't know if I'm allowed to be back here without supervision. If I'm to be trusted.
Oh, I'm just sensitive to the sound.
Oh, you just heard something? Okay.
So with that, of course, he most likely still enjoying the Lapin Panimo, which is not bad. But somehow he learned as well to drink craft beers, and especially if you. Which
is like kind of cool because a lot of people have that initial response of something different. They reject it because they're like, I don't know this, I'm not comfortable with this, I don't want it. But the fact that he came back later being like, no, actually there was something about the flavor there that interests me, I would like to have another go at it.
I think, I bet it's not, well, this was like very interesting to me, like learn by practice, but I think there are the same cases all around the world that can be found. It's not only us. And I do believe that, I can see as a craft beer and industrial beer, they don't compete to each other. They actually kind of complement to each other.
I can see that.
When I want with some, maybe I'm a different person. I love to start with my evening with a little high quality, nice wine, beer, drink, and then when evening is going ahead, So I want to just enjoy, but I can't really enjoy it start to stock because there is a lot of taste, there is a lot of substance. So maybe something easier, much easier to drink.
Yep.
For instance, if we talk about the wines, I would take like Italian wine as the beginning and then continue with Cavig or Riesling. So very easy to drink. Don't need to think about too much. There's still a lot of taste, but easier to drink, so that doesn't stuck. It's the same with the beers.
Because that's how I would do it. Like I would start the night with the interesting beers that just like I said, like fire the neurons in your brain. Where you're like, this is interesting, this is different. But I'm not going to have like 6+ beers of something complex and interesting. At some point, you want to switch to something that's just pleasant and easy drinking.
For me, what I've learned, own experience is that, and also during the brewery tour, we give 3 to 5 beers to taste. Because afterwards, they start to taste the same. So there's no really use. They're not the same, of course, but start to taste the same. It's like too much difference. You kind of lose the essence of the taste. Take the bottle 1, 2 bottles per day, and then next day other. So you can kind of.
Do you know? Is there anything? Because I know. Okay. Like I've been places and they're like selling fragrances and they have like coffee beans there to like purge your nasal thing to like clear it from the last fragrance so you can smell something new. Is there like a good flavor cleanser that if you're just like, oh, I need to get rid of that last beer, so I'm like, my baseline flavor sensors are back to neutral, or help it?
Well, for Brewmaster, it's.
Right, because you have to taste a lot of beers to like and be sensitive to that.
Exactly, but it's the same as there's a lot of those shows about the kitchen. So they know those who are competing with each other and as a teams or individually. So they know the flavors of each different ingredient. And combining with them, it's just an imagination, like what you can do, and there are certain things that they know. Okay, these two doesn't go together. But if I add this, these two can be okay. It's the same as a beer. You know the ingredients, you know the hops, and I don't know all the hops on the world like myself, so I know I have the characters. Then I think, okay, this beer is going to be this body. So for this body, I need more flavor, more bitterness, less bitterness, more sweetness. It's again what I want with that beer, what I want with this one. And then based on that, I can say, okay, I put this hops more, or I use only the single hops, hops or single malt. It depends. And then this actually, there are 2 beers which I have a little bit adjusted. This was the first one because this was the first we brewed. Of course, there was a little bit slight difference, but I wanted. It was a good quality, not a question about that. But the outcome, what I wanted, was not exactly.
Interesting.
Since the brew house was new to me, completely new, so it did own the tricks. So we actually a couple times has in the very beginning adjusted the recipe. But otherwise it's perfect. And then there was another beer. It was a customer's beer, and he also said like, it's good beer, but I won't wish this more or that less. So we adjusted all good. So,
and that's what you can do with this. It's just like, each iteration you can change a little bit to find the exact thing you're trying to find. And just because that one wasn't exactly what you were trying to find doesn't mean it's bad. It's just on the journey of finding what you're trying to find. Just so you know, I have to go in like 10 minutes because I've got a list of activities today. So I only have so much time left. Apparently I'm doing like I don't even know, some kind of like sensory deprivation chamber, and like some kind of neuro something. I don't even know what it is, but someone's like making a list of fun things for me to do today while I'm in town. Because most of this trip I've been far in the Arctic Circle, and there's not much in the middle of the Arctic tundra. But yeah, I do have to go soon, so I don't know if there's anything else you want to show me before.
Well, basically, this is my office.
It's a very nice office.
Brew house itself, like the fermentation tanks. Then we have a bottling machine. The bottling machine is, this is, I call my gym. So I don't yet do any other gym than this one. So for instance, 2,000 liters of the tank. It takes 6,000 bottles.
Yeah.
In total of more than 2 tons a day goes through my hands.
And this is by hand bottling?
Yes, it's about, it's automation in between the starting end and the ending end, because all the we have to put by hands on the line.
Oh, okay,
so all the rest is doing the machine itself. It's putting the labels, it's rinsing, it's filling, it's putting the cork on, so the ready-made bottle on the other end, so these ready-made bottles then again in the boxes.
Do you just need 2 people, one feeding and one taking off the end, or how many people do you need?
Well, that would be the ideal situation.
Oh, you'd still do it? One-man army?
Usually there is 1 or 2 persons.
Okay,
Yes. Ideal, of course, is the 2 because of the safety as well.
Okay,
of course, we do deal with the CO2s, so it's always safety.
Is that with the plexiglass? Because this is all the moving parts, so this is the danger?
Nicer rear goggles, if I cannot. You see?
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really nice, and that's pretty much true. Yes, this is a protection for us because there's not only the beer. For instance, after before the starting, there's disinfection inside. Yeah. After the bottling, we always do the double washing with the acid, with the base and the acid. Yeah. So if there is no glass, if there's some pressure goes up, maybe some leak or something that doesn't go to you. Yeah. So that's it's a safety. Okay. When something breaks, for instance, there are a couple of times the bottle didn't last, so it exploded. Yeah. So it's also safe for the glass not all over.
This kind of setup, how many what is it measured in bottles per minute? Is that the unit they use?
We have this machine is designed to handle 1,500 bottles per hour.
Per hour, okay.
So you can count what is the second. 10 bottles per second around.
I don't know. I forget what. I forgot if it used hours or minutes.
Minute,
yeah. Okay.
A second. It's a minute. So second. I've been in Germany where it's like 50,000 bottles per hour. Yeah. So you barely can follow.
Yeah. It is so fast. Yeah. This is a step down from that.
This is definitely so that we are checking the bottle condition as well by hand. We don't have any sensors. Sensors, there's a lot. If there's missing cork, the bottle machine stops. Then we know. Yeah. But how it's put on, so it's kind of we have to see a little bit. So every bottle that's we are checking like label okay, level okay. If not, then we just put it aside. So we of course want that the customer gets what he paid for.
That's cool. I feel like I've been to several breweries, but they often don't have their own bottling. They hire a company to bottle it or something like that. Yeah.
But our brewery still is quite high, so we are making like 150,000 liters a year. Yeah. So that is the decent amount of beer we make, and
at that point, having your own makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
This far, we make only our beers in glass bottles and the kegs. Yeah. We don't use the cans. Again, I think myself is the craft beer in a bottle is the best I could have. Yeah. Meaning that again, if you, I don't know what to even compare with, but it looks nice. It has a value, and when you put in the can, it's kind of.
Oh yeah.
I like a bit of feeling of mass production. So this
I can
is
see
why
that.
we still.
Stick
and again, we are in a tourism area, so majorly of our beer ends up in the restaurant table. Yeah. So the bottle you can bring to the table. Yeah. Can. Really.
And then I'm such a niche case, but I don't like buying glass bottles because I'm putting them in a bike pannier and then it's going and I'm scared it's gonna break or something. And then I don't bringing glass to a beach and if you drop it, it's gonna break. And then you have glass in nature kind of.
That's true, very true. That's why in the festivals as well, you can even though it's not the best, but you can have only beer or drinks as such from the
can or in like a glass or a plastic.
The plastic cups.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So of course it's a safety. Of course it's the same in the sauna when you go with a bottle. It may break, and then you're with a bare foot. Like what now?
Yeah, yeah.
So of course there are situations.
I'm the same preference. Like I'd like a glass bottle over can. It just feels there's something nicer about it. But yeah, when I'm traveling, if I'm biking or something like that, I go for a can just for the potential glass breakage, because I break a lot of things.
Okay.
But I think I have to start packing my bike here because it takes me a minute to switch over to the cycling mode. But thank you so much for the tour.
You're welcome.
Go for the sample. No? Okay. All right. No, I really appreciate it.
My advertisement. Anyway.
Okay. No, thank you very much for that. It was cool to sample some of your beers. I really liked the beers to your taste. I think we've, at least in this context, we have similar preferences to just have like a little bit of intrigue, not just the most simple, easy drinking beer. There's a little bit more to it. But yeah, it was really good. I like the dark lager was really nice. Trying to pick if I have a favorite. Might have been the dark lager. It's fun. And it's a kind of cooler day, so it fits with it. Yeah.
Again,
it's the setting.
It's completely different if you come in here outside. It's 25 degrees.
Yeah.
Dark would be you say okay, it's okay, but today I'd like something more fresh.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. But yeah.
Where are you heading next?
It's that sensory deprivation. So I'm like, you float in like a tank with like no sounds, no vision, no anything, and then your body just exists without having any external stimulus. And then there's some kind of like neurological thing they do to you too. So messing with my brain is what I'm doing next, I guess.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how that goes. I don't even know what it is.
Meaning.
Oh, you mean like direction?
No. What exactly you're doing next? Yes.
Okay, that. Yeah.
Challenge for you.
Yeah, and then I'm doing a canoe, like a midnight sun canoe thing tonight. So I guess that's up next. But no, thank you so much for that tour. No, I love the beer here. It's delicious, and I like the soul, the art that you put behind it. They tell a story, and a lot of people don't understand. Or if you just try it, you wouldn't understand it unless you get kind of you share the message that is within the beer.
Well, I think every brewery has their own story behind, and I love that they can actually tell what is the story behind.
Yeah.
It could be very historical, it could be something new, it could be relatively important for that region.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm looking for when I'm driving. I'm not going to Spain and looking for my beers. No,
yeah.
I'm looking for something specific there. So we are here, the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was a great experience, and now I know if I come back, I got somewhere to try even more beers.
Sure. Yeah, are you tomorrow heading already down south?
Yeah, probably south. Yeah, well, south. The people watching are deciding which route to take to get to Helsinki. I can either stay on the west coast, east, central. Yeah, I could be going in a variety of different directions. All right, man. Most nights, but tonight I'm probably staying in the city somewhere, so I'll be inside somewhere. We haven't decided yet. Yeah. All right, well, have a great rest of your day. See you, man. Thanks again.